last type of segments we're going to look at is two tangents intersect outside. They are congruent. So if you think about a party hat, in order for the hat to stay on the head, the sides have to be congruent. So we're going to look at a couple of problems. We're going to start with number 4. Here is your party hat. So this side must be congruent to this side. So we're going to set each one equal to each other. We have 3x plus 14 equals 5x minus 4. Draw a line down the equal sign, and we're going to move things around to get them on the other side. So we're going to add 4 to the other side, and it'll go with our 14. We're going to rewrite this. 3x plus 14 plus 4 is 18 equals 5x. Now we're going to subtract 3x on both sides. The 5x minus the 3x gives us 2x. And then to get x finally by itself, we're going to divide by 2 on both sides. And x equals 9. To check this, you can sub 9 into x. 3 times 9 plus 14 gives us 41. And 5 times 9 minus 4 also gives us 41. So we know that we did this correctly. Okay, going to number 1 and 2. We're trying to determine if AB is tangent. In order for it to be tangent, it's got to create a right angle with the radius and diameter. Same thing with number 2. Here's your radius. Here's the supposed tangent line. It must create a right angle. So these triangles have to be right triangles. The formula that can prove a triangle is a right triangle is the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We're going to use this for both of these. Your hypotenuse in number 1 is 20, so this will be the c value. And then a and b are interchangeable. We have right here 12. And then for our b, we know that half of it is 7. So to find the whole diameter, we multiply it by 2, and we get 14. 12 squared is 144, and 14 squared is 196, and this equals 20 squared, which is 400. If the left side equals the right side, then this is correct. So we're going to add 144 and 196, and we get 340. And we see if this equals 400. Says it doesn't, then AB is not tangent. We're going to go on to number 2. We are given A and B is 14 and 10.5, and this equals the hypotenuse. Now we know that this right here is 7, but we've got to figure out what this is. Well, it's a radius, and so is 10.5. So we can say that this is 10.5. So to find the entire hypotenuse, we add 10.5 and 7 to get 17.5. 14 times 14 is 196. And 10.5 times 10.5 is 110.25. And we're going to set that equal to 17.5, which is 306.25. Then we add 196, 110.25. And we get 306.25 equals 306.25. Since these values are equivalent, then AB is tangent to the circle. Number 3 is very similar to this one. We are just now going to find this side. So we are assuming that this is a tangent line, and our hypotenuse is 17. So x squared plus 15 squared equals 17 squared. And we have 225 and 289. Draw a line down the equal sign. We're going to subtract 225 on both sides. We get x squared equals 64. To get rid of the exponent, we're going to square root both sides, and x equals 8. Lastly, we are going to find the perimeter of this object. So in order to do this, we're going to have to use the party hat type problems. And we are first going to go around the circle or the figure in order to find what each piece is. So we have this piece right here is 5.4. So this piece is 5.4. Now we're just going to use simple subtraction all the way around. To find what this piece is, we're going to take 18.4 and subtract 5.4. And we get 13. And if this is 13, then this side is 13. And to get right here, we're going to do 21.9 minus 13, and we get 8.9. And if this is 8.9, then so is this. And then we have this piece is 20.5 minus 8.9, which gives us 11.6. So if this is 11.6, then this is 11.6. And now we have everything that we need, so we're going to add it all up. We have these 18.4, this 21.9, this 20.5, and then we have all of this. You can either add it all and then add it to the rest, or we can just add each piece. When we add this up, we get 77.8. So the perimeter of the figure is 77.8. We do the exact same thing for number 6. We know that this piece is 14. So like a party hat, this piece is 14. Then we have to find this missing piece. So in order to do that, we are going to do 23 minus 14. And we get 9. So this piece is also 9. Then we're going to take 22.7 and subtract 9. And we get 13.7. So this piece is 13.7. Now we add it all up. We have the 23 on this side, the 22.7 here, 14, and the 13.7. We add it all up to get 73.4. So the perimeter of this figure is 73.4.